Hello everyone, welcome back to another Stonksy video, and today we're going to be looking at how you can make $100 in the market every single day. We're going to be covering techniques that you can put into your trading strategy to make sure that this is achievable. We're going to be looking at the better ways to trade the market and bank that profit every single day. So I'm going to be giving you all this information for free. We're going to be covering the strategies, the techniques, and obviously how to trade on BloFin. All I ask you to do today is 1, drop a like on the video, 2, subscribe, and thirdly, do click that first link in the description and sign up to BloFin. It takes under a minute to sign up with an email because you don't have to give them any form of ID verification. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so the first thing we're going to look at today is Stonksy. Now, as you can see on the screen at the moment, we've got Stonksy loaded up. If you don't know what Stonksy is, it is the all-in-one trading indicator. You get various features within it, such as the background color change that we can see on the screen at the moment. We get automated support and resistance lines, we get alternative time frame viewing, and we get bullish and bearish arrow confirmations. Now, alongside Stonksy, you do get full Discord access, and you also get access to the automated trading bot that we run through BloFin as well. Now, if we look on the screen, as you can see, this is an example. Bitcoin on a 1 hour time frame. We've caught the long this week, up from just above 96,600 all the way up to 98,850 at the moment as well, with the background still being green as well. So this is one aspect that you can implement into your trading. Now, if you don't know much about Stonksy, you can head over to the YouTube channel. We've got various types of content on there, from tutorials to using Stonksy in real time and trading with it. But also, I do go live every single day on Stonksy. If you look through the live bit, you can see I go live for over 2 hours every single day. So do make sure you jump in them lives if you want to know more about Stonksy, if you need some questions or anything that is on your mind about Stonksy that you want to know before you sign up. But you will find a link to join Stonksy in the description as well. So do sign up there. Like I said, you get full indicator access, you get Discord access, and access to the trading bot. Now, alongside obviously implementing something like Stonksy into your trading, what you want to do is you want to create a real clean watch list. So this is the watch list that I use on stream. And as you'll see, I've got it really neat and tidy. I've got the DXY, the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ, followed by gold. Then I've got all the total charts. And then I've got Bitcoin, and then down in the list from, this is around the top 50 to 60. I've left some coins of it out when I built this watch list that wasn't really relevant or that I wouldn't really look at on stream. But then you've got a really clean watch list, and at the time you do it, obviously it's going from the top down, and you can pick and pull some things out. If you want to take some coins out or add some in, you can do that. But really most of the time this will then be in descending order from the large caps into the medium caps and so on, downwards on from the top 50. So that's another strategy that you want to get really in there, because then you can flick through, and for instance, if you wanted all your levels marked out, you can mark all your levels out on this, and then all you have to do is where exactly each coin is, and you can then flick through just down the list and just see where it is each day and what coins are maybe coming into interesting levels. Now, alongside using an indicator like Stonksy to see the opportunities in the market, see if there's any long or short opportunities coming in with momentum or things approaching key levels, what you can also do is you can flick through CoinMarketCap and maybe see if there's any opportunities in there from the biggest gainers or losers in the day or week potentially. So if we flick through, obviously Solana is one that's been discussed about heavily of recent while I'm filming this video, due to token unlocks and just the nature of the things going on the chain at the moment. And as you can see, that's down 10%. A lot bigger of a figure compared to anything else. And as you can see, something like Tron, it's also in the top 10, is up 7.5% this week. So if we look through, you can go down and you can see opportunities in the market. We've got something like Mantra, that's up 37%. Now, Mantra has got extreme relative strength, so shorting that can be dangerous at the moment because it keeps getting these big impulse moves. But if you go through, you can then scroll through and then go to your watch list and identify, because you'll have put most of these on your watch list, you can scroll through and then say, let's have a look. Got something like Jupiter, potentially. Yeah, let's take Jupiter as an example. And we could go and find Jupiter on the watch list, which is here, and then we can go and have a look at it. Now, I've already got it mapped out on here because I use this for live streaming, but if we go and zoom out, let me just turn Stonksy off just for a second so we can see it more clearly. If we zoom out on Jupiter, you can see that it came into a high time frame key support level. Now, it's been trading within this range for pretty much the past year, and as you can see, each time that it's touched down near this zone, all throughout the past year, it's come into a bounce afterwards, like it just has done again over the past couple of days. Now, if we looked at this obviously a few days ago, the price on Jupiter might have been a bit more down over the past 7 days. Obviously 24 hours, it would have took a bit of a beating over the course of especially this big candle on this day. And then you could have come out and then you could have gone on there and said, right, I've got my high time frame levels marked out. Jupiter looks like it's in a point of it's either going to bounce here or it's going to go significantly a bit lower. And the risk reward on that looks good. So that's one way that you can utilize looking through CoinMarketCap, the gainers and losers on the day, or potentially, over the past 7 days. Then go over to your watch list, which you'll then have gone through. You'll have marked out all the key high time frame levels. Potentially, if you're looking to trade some a bit more frequently, lower time frame levels on them. And then you can look for opportunities when they come in. And this obviously represented itself as a prime opportunity coming into this key support zone, and has got a significant bounce on it already. Now, obviously, for taking these trades, you're going to have an exchange to do it on. And as mentioned earlier in the video, BloFin is the best overall exchange, plus the fact it's non-KYC. And why is that? Well, if we look down here, and you can find this full list on Stonksy.io, official website of Stonksy, where you sign up for a plan under the exchange heading. Now, if we look through, obviously, there's a bunch of reasons what makes BloFin the best in the industry. Obviously, it being non-KYC is a big benefit. There's not many exchanges left that offer non-KYC, but also non-KYC plus transparency plus security is key when you're holding funds on an exchange. Now, BloFin has all assets, user assets, custodied in Fireblocks, meaning that BloFin doesn't have access to funds to do any sort of illegal activity with them funds like we saw in FTX and other exchanges since as well. The founder is doxed. It's got no internal or sister company market makers, so they don't trade against users that have got open positions. And overall, it is the best exchange if we go and have a look at it. The user interface and user experience is absolutely fantastic. It's very clean and very easy to navigate. Everything works as it should. And they do also process deposits and withdrawals extremely fast. So if you haven't already, do click that first link in the description and sign up to BloFin before we go any further. Next, we're going to be looking at how you can actually look at charts and then decide where to take a trade on them. So now to the important part, how you actually take what we've covered today and make money in the market, because that's what we all want, isn't it? Is to make as much money in the market. And if you can make money consistently every single day all throughout the week, then you put yourself in a really strong position then to either build up a nice chunk of stables, or potentially if you're looking to go full-time in crypto and you want to become a full-time trader, you need to know that you can make it consistently. So if we look at this Bitcoin trade that's open at the moment, we've currently yielded 2.25% from where Stonksy opened up to where Bitcoin is trading at the moment. This is on the 1 hour chart. Now, this is across 2 days, so it's a very decent move from Wednesday when it opened to today on Friday. And this, depending on obviously the size that you're trading with, most likely would have averaged out at you making $100 across Wednesday and Thursday into today based on this move. Obviously, you need to have a decent account for that, but as long as you're not trading with anything too small, this would have most definitely earned you $100 across Wednesday, Thursday, and moving into today as well. So we'd be looking at obviously for a $300 trade on that. At the moment, Bitcoin looks strong, and for where it is at the moment, you could have easily gathered that based off the move now. But obviously, this is across a couple of days. What happens if you wanted to bank that each day and not have a position open every single day overnight? Maybe when you go to sleep, maybe that is not your preference. We'll look at that now. So if we go down to, say, let's cover ETH, and let's go to, say, the 5-minute chart, then, this is a bit of a lower time frame. Now, Stonksy covers all time frames on any asset. So crypto, stocks, indices, commodities, FX, it covers everything, and it covers any single time frame as well. And with the alternative time frame viewing, you can watch a different time frame while viewing another. But obviously, ETH says this is on the 5-minute, so this is open today. And as you can see on here as well, we did get the bullish arrow confirmation here too, which has resulted in obviously the background and combined with the bullish arrow, a nice move on ETH. And this is another example of how you can maybe, take one trade a day on a low time frame chart using Stonksy, or maybe several if you're a scalper, the 1 minute chart, particularly around US Open. We'll take a look at that on Bitcoin in a minute as well. But yeah, that's another fantastic way how you can use Stonksy. We'll also cover now methods that aren't using Stonksy. So maybe you have Stonksy and you also like to incorporate chart patterns or really look at them high time frame SR zones. Or maybe you're thinking about Stonksy, or this is the first time you've seen it and you want to go and do yourself some more research and come and view us on the channel before you decide to purchase. That's perfectly fine. We'll cover something for you type of viewers as well. Now, before we move on to them other techniques and practices, I do just want to show you the 1 minute chart for you scalpers out there. Maybe you like to get a high frequency of trades in all throughout the day. Now, this is the 1 minute chart on Bitcoin, and as you can see, Stonksy catches it absolutely perfectly, especially leading into the US Open and afterwards. As you can see, it's caught a nice drop down here, then a push up, then another push up, then a drop down. And these are all very fast trades compared to obviously other types of day trades and longer time frame trades. But as you can see, it's caught some real nice movement in the market, particularly this one here, this one, and this one are larger moves for you scalpers out there. So this is another option for you as well. Maybe you're not looking to just take one trade across a day, or maybe one trade across a couple of days to equal that $100 a day. Or if you want to scale it up, maybe you're looking to make $500 a day, you're playing with a larger account. This is obviously a different type of method, taking frequent, smaller profit trades to then obviously end up at the end of the day or the end of the week with that target that you're looking for. So another method that you can look at is using chart patterns to your advantage. Now, if we look at ETH, this is on the 1 hour chart, but obviously this will scale into the 4 hour chart or any different time frame. It's basically two trend lines closing in on each other in a symmetrical triangle formation. Now, obviously we've had ETH use it as support when it's come to the downside. Upside, it's been capping upside momentum, but as we can see, particularly over the past day or so, it has been breaking out. Now, if you was monitoring this and say you took the breakout trade for when it closed above again, you would already be up nearly 2% on that trade. Now, in terms of looking at ETH, this is obviously not a low time frame pattern. This has been going on for over 2 weeks now, really closing in on 3 weeks. If we go and have a look at the 4 hour chart, this is where you can combine a few different methods, and we're going to be looking at high time frame charting in a second. But as you can see, obviously this is what it looks like on the 4 hour chart. But where is ETH at the moment? Well, aside from low time frame support that it established down here, really it had high time frame support down here, which obviously it retested on this capitulation move. But also to the upside, it's got high time frame, what would now be considered as resistance that it needs to recover. Now, whichever way this ended up resolving, is likely going to trade into that level. So from here, we'd be looking at a trade in towards the $3,050 to $3,100 region to see if it either failed and rejected and come back down, or if it manages to actually close back inside, and then that would give, the trigger to say, right, okay, looks like ETH is potentially going to squeeze higher here. Now, if it obviously was to the downside, we'd have then been looking at shorting the move to the downside, potentially into here, then looking for a bounce. But obviously that never came about. ETH is looking strong alongside the rest of the market. So what we'll be looking for now is a move into this region here to see what the reaction is, potentially if that sets up a short or if it recovers. And then obviously if you are long after this pattern breakout, then you can continue that if you wish, or open a separate trade, close that out and open a separate one. It would be completely your choice upon that. But that's currently where we're looking at ETH and using obviously the pattern that we've been watching at the moment combined into, right, okay, it's broke out the pattern, but where could it go next? Now, Sol is another one of these that has came into a high time frame region recently. As we can see, it came into this clear SR zone here right after it tumbled 20% in a matter of days. Now, as you can see, it came in, selling pressure was exhausted, and buyers have been slowly walking the price back to the upside now. But if we look at it as well, if we zoom out, it's got clear levels of significance. To the upside, we're looking at the 190 region as the next significant point for Sol. If it can get up there, that would be a little bit of a pump higher from here. And then obviously above that, we'd be looking at the 220 region. And then that allows you then to come down and say, right, okay, where could we be looking at here? So if you already had this marked out on your chart and, you had your watch list done, you had your high time frame levels, you would have been able to catch this move here, and then you would have been at a point of good risk reward to take this long. Now at this point, you'd be in good profit, and then you'd be looking at for the reaction at the next level. Obviously, when we come in towards this 190 region, we're either going to reject and then potentially push back to the downside a little bit, whether that's a full retrace in terms of overall market weakness if Bitcoin falls back down towards its range low, or maybe it's just a short-term pullback and then it looks to make another attempt at breaking back above. Or if it goes all the way through and completely reclaims, you're right, okay, that's flipped it back to support now, like it had here. Let's have a look towards the next upside target. So then you can make your plan then, going from high time frame level to level, and then base your trades around that. But yeah, this is a very simple one. Sol's very clear on the high time frame for the levels to watch out for and where it could possibly trade. And that's obviously how, so within a matter of days, we've had an opportunity into the high time frame and then pushed back up now. So that would have yielded a very, very nice result as well over the past few days, making sure that you're making that consistent daily profit. So in this video, we've covered how you can utilize Stonksy to help you trade low time frame or high time frame. We've looked at using chart patterns as a tool for you to take trades. We've looked at plotting high time frame levels to really get them high probability and big tests on a high time frame coming into key levels. And we've also looked at scalping, and you can also use, patterns and SR levels in scalping. As we've looked at the high time frame, you just scroll down into a lower time frame and plot out your key levels and go with that there as well. So you can use them on high time frame, low time frame, or if you're looking to take a trade maybe for a couple of days or a week. Now, as we've been making this video, I've had US Open, and as you can see here on Bitcoin, this is on the 1 minute time frame. Again, another example on how Stonksy performs superbly well around the US Open. You can see into the US Open, we got a big push down on Bitcoin, and Stonksy caught that absolutely perfectly. Then we got a little push back up, a bit of consolidation, low time frame, and then obviously another rip back to the upside, and it is currently catching another drop down on it as we record this video as well. So there's another example on how you can utilize Stonksy as well for you low time frame traders, but this also obviously translates into the high time frame. If we go back to the hour, let's see if the green background is still open. And it is still open as well. So we could still be expecting some more upside action on Bitcoin into the rest of today and into the near future as well. Now, if you do want to see how you actually open and manage a trade on BloFin, if you come over to the channel, how to trade Bitcoin, this video right here that I'm highlighting at the moment, that is an absolute perfect full tutorial on how you actually open a trade and close a trade on BloFin on Bitcoin, but obviously that can be translated over to any altcoin that you want. And that's all for today's video. So do make sure that you drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you click them links in the description. Sign up to BloFin, sign up to Stonksy if you haven't. Get access to the indicator, Discord, and the trading bot as well. And yeah, if you've got any other questions, pop them into the comment section and I'll get to them for you. But that's all for today. Hope to see you come into the live streams and hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you on the next one.